Welcome back, everyone. Caleb here with another Caleb Loves Tech video. I believe this is episode 10. I should probably start looking at that before I start a video. Anyway, welcome back. Happy to have you here. I apologize for being unshaven today. I am admittedly being lazy today, but also I'm giving my face a little bit of a rest because I forgot to take my shaving cream to Las Vegas, and I ended up shaving my face with the hotel's body lotion, which was just not a good look for your boy here. I think it's ill-advised to shave with body lotion in the first place. This was very cheap body lotion. Ill-advised. Would not recommend. Don't do it. Anyway, my face needs a break. So there you go. Hope you don't mind. Hope you can live with it. I think you can. Anyway, by kind of popular request, I'm going to go ahead and do that Vegas rant that I alluded to in my previous video. So that is coming towards the end of this video. Hang out for that if you're interested. Also, speaking of alluding to previous video, that little career win thing that I was talking about, the video around that comes out at 7:45 a.m. January 13th, so tomorrow as I record this, at Digital Trends. If you are a TV enthusiast, I think you want to go see this video. Even if you're just a tech enthusiast who's, maybe a little TV curious, you should check out the video. I think it's really exciting stuff. Go watch that video, and I hope you enjoy it. And while you're there, watch some other videos. We have a lot of great CES coverage over there at Digital Trends, so check that out. The computing coverage and the PC monitor coverage in particular, I think is awesome if you're tired of TVs. And then also, thanks to DT, I got to do something really awesome at HD Hyundai. There's a video about that. You might want to check that out too. That was a lot of fun. You get to see me doing something kind of crazy. Check that stuff out. Do appreciate it. Yes, I just wanted to mention that I feel so much better. I feel so much better. When I recorded that video last night, I was just wiped out. There's something that happens when you get to Las Vegas and you cover a show like CES. There is this energy, this buzz that kind of takes over, and it carries you through some really challenging times. I don't care if you're getting 20,000 steps in, running from place to place, or if you're just racking your brain trying to remember numbers and specs and do good reporting, or if you're manning a booth or womaning a booth and you're on your feet all day saying the same stuff to different people over and over and over again for the entire show. It takes a lot, and there is this buzz, this energy that kind of carries you through. The problem is when it's all said and done, there's this hangover that happens as that energy starts to dissipate. It has nothing to do with alcohol, although if you mix alcohol in, then that's a whole other kind of hangover to go with this sort of energy hangover. Anyway, takes a while to recover. I definitely started to feel like I was relaxing today, and I think that's a good thing for everyone. So hopefully you can look forward to even better videos coming from me in the days ahead. I do appreciate you sticking with me so much. Funny story, today I learned that thunder snow is a thing. I've been eyeballing the Weather Channel app on my phone because we're having kind of a weather event here in Portland, Oregon, a little bit of winter weather and some very uncharacteristically cold temperatures here. I see this headline. It's like thunder snow startles, live weatherman or something like that. And I clicked on it, and it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. There's this reporter in the middle of Chicago, like downtown Chicago, right? And it's snowing like crazy, and he's reporting on the snow. And then suddenly there is a flash of lightning and a clap of thunder. It's really loud, and they were really close together, so it happened right next to him. And he's startled and taken aback, and anyway, it's kind of hilarious. It just reminded me of some of the challenges that I faced down in Las Vegas, because I did, you see it in the Digital Trends videos, I did some of that reporting from the street, we did 2 You Asked videos on the street, and I did a couple of others right there on the street, and it's just crazy what you have to deal with out in the field, from traffic to just one dude just walked right through our shot like we weren't even there. Now, to be fair, we were taking up the entire sidewalk, but it wasn't like a heavy thoroughfare. We were in the back country. We were in the service area of Las Vegas. But we were taking up the entire sidewalk. Still, everybody else kindly walked around us. We apologized. They said no problem. Everybody was pleasant about it. But we did have at least one person just walk right through the shot like they don't care. People see you recording something on a camera and they feel like they've got to rev their engine or honk their horn or whatever. And it's just it can be a really unpleasant place to try and do the business of being a field reporter. Anyway, shout out to field reporters who do absolutely ridiculous stuff on live TV all the time and just have to adapt to the situation. I definitely feel you and definitely had to do quite a bit of that, both on the streets of Las Vegas and in the bustling halls of the Las Vegas Convention Center and Venetian Hotel and all kinds of other places. That leads me nicely into the Vegas rant. Guys, I am not a comedian. I am not. I just have some observations that I want to share about, I think I've got like 7 or 8 different ways here that Vegas just sticks it to you. And let's be clear here, I'm referring to the Las Vegas Strip. Like, off-strip Vegas is great. And I don't want any locals out there thinking I'm just trashing on their city as if the Las Vegas Strip represents the whole city. I know that it doesn't. Las Vegas Strip is a very special place though. So as I go off on this, understand that I'm referring to the Las Vegas Strip and in a lot of cases, mostly to casino hotels. These are just observations I had as I struggled through the week being so busy, and you get so little time to yourself. You want that time to just, be nice and restorative, and so often it is not, because Vegas be Vegas. And this is how Vegas be Vegasing you. So I'll start with something I just alluded to. Vegas Strip pedestrians are the worst pedestrians, at least in the United States, possibly in the whole world. And, my friend Chris reminded me, New Orleans pedestrians are pretty crazy. And I remember that. I was on a cruise ship. I was docked in New Orleans once a week, spent a fair amount of time there, specifically the French Quarter of New Orleans. The pedestrians basically own the roads there. If you've ever been, everybody's going from one bar and music venue to the next, and they're drinking a lot and they're drinking in the streets, and the pedestrians just own the area. So there, I feel like the cars, anybody who drives through there knows what they're getting into. Absolute mayhem, probably best avoided. And so, New Orleans kind of gets a pass because that's kind of what that area is for. In New York, totally different deal. I would argue that New York pedestrians are amazing pedestrians because most of them are New Yorkers and they're out there to get from point A to point B. They mean business, and they kind of own the city. Now, if you do happen to be a tourist in New York, you are basically forced into compliance by the New Yorkers, which I think is a very good thing. The thing about Vegas pedestrians, though, is that they are so busy looking around and marveling at what's around them, and they're drunk. Often they're drunk, or they just don't know where they're going, that they cause catastrophe at every turn. They're not just like road cones. They're actively in the streets causing problems. And here's the other side of that equation. The drivers in Las Vegas, most of whom I assume are limo drivers and cab drivers and Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, they are over it, right? They do not care. They will almost run you over. So it's absolute mayhem out there. But just watching the Vegas pedestrians, it's just unbelievable how checked out these people are. But I almost want to give them a pass, because here's point number 2 on the rant about Vegas. There are no straight lines in Las Vegas. No straight lines in the streets and no straight lines, in the casinos. No straight lines. You go into a casino and you are going to struggle to find a direct path to anything. It's all this maze of stuff, and they do that on purpose because they want you to see everything and get distracted and buy stuff and go check out that slot and what have you. But I mean, I kid you not, it took us almost 2 days to figure out where the front entrance of our hotel was, because we came in through the back entrance, through the garage, and we mostly needed to exit through that way. I mean, I'm telling you, it's hard to get from point A to point B anywhere in Vegas, in the casinos or on the streets. Like, there's sky bridges and stuff like that. But I mean, even if you take the monorail, you think, well, this hotel's close to that hotel that I'm actually trying to get to. I'll just go through this hotel to get there. Forget it. You're getting lost. You will waste so much time walking around. It's absolutely nutty. You think you know where you're going to go. You may even pull up Google Maps and follow forget it. You're getting lost. It's going to be frustrating. Vegas will screw you because there is absolutely no straight lines in Vegas, and I hate it. I guess the flip side is that you do burn massive calories that you're ingesting because you're doing so much extra walking trying to get where you're going. So I guess it's not all terrible. Number 3 is casino Starbucks are an absolute racket. Look, I don't get a particularly expensive drink, right? I mean, I get like a triple venti mocha with oat milk. No big deal. It's not like some frilly frappuccino thing that even in a normal Starbucks already costs something like $10 or $11. No, the drink I normally get is like $7.50 or something like that, $8 at the most. It's like, I think it's $8.50 in Manhattan, right? In Vegas, $17. $17 for a 3-shot mocha with oat milk. That is highway robbery, and they do it because they got you. Because the distance to any non-casino hotel Starbucks is very far away. And the thing is, those of you who are not big Starbucks fans, the problem is there's really not much else in the way of options. At least with Starbucks, you can order on the app. And so you can like order on the app, take a shower, then go downstairs, and by then maybe your mocha will be ready because the lines at these places are absolutely insane. So if you don't want to stand in line for 30 minutes, Starbucks is kind of the way to go, and only because they have the app and sometimes you can order it. Absolutely insane. I did stand in line for 22 minutes to get a coffee, and I was like, never again. This is absolutely ridiculous. But to have to wait that long and pay double is absolute insanity to me. I get it. It's Las Vegas. Things are going to be kind of expensive, but that is absolutely insane. Shame on the casino hotels. I don't think it's Starbucks. I think it's the casino hotels. Number 4 thing about Vegas that screws you is that the food situation is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Either you are paying way too much for way too little food, or you're getting an absolutely obscene amount of food from a price that relative to the amount of food is just, it's too good to pass up. And so you get basically like a garbage can lid full of food, and there's no way you can eat it all, right? And other restaurants are just ridiculously expensive. Your Ramsey Kitchen, your Tom Colicchio, this, that, or whatever, like super fancy food. And there really is nothing in between unless you want to go to Walgreens and get a prepackaged sandwich out of the cooler next to the gum. You know what I mean? Not a great idea, by the way. I tried that. Do not recommend. Especially if it's tuna. That's a very bad idea. Trust me. Anyway, the food options are just ridiculous. And I mentioned that because of number 5. And yes, I am reading down a list because this is hard to remember. Number 5 is there is no microwave or fridge in any of the hotel rooms. Now, maybe if it's a super fancy suite, there is. But in most of the rooms, there is not. And I get it. It's not like this is a motel, right? But the thing is, there's no keeping leftovers. So either you're paying way too much for way too little food, or you're paying a reasonable amount for an obscene amount of food, and there's nowhere to put the leftovers, right? They're going to go in the trash. You'll take them back to your room and then think that maybe you'll eat it a little bit later, but you won't because you're stuffed. And so the food just ends up stinking up your room, and you wish you hadn't put it there in the first place because there's no fridge to put it in. And even if there was a fridge, there's no microwave to reheat it, so that food's just going to go to waste. There is an ice bucket. You can chill your beverages, one beverage at a time in an ice bucket. But yeah, there's just no way to keep leftovers or to cool your beverages. And it's frustrating, which means that every time you need to drink something, every time you need to eat something, you are going downstairs and you are paying for it. And you're doing it in the hotel because it's convenient, or you're walking way out of your way to do it. Walgreens is kind of a hack, but even then you're toting back like a whole flat of water or several gallons of water to your hotel room, in addition to other fizzy beverages that are not going to be cold. And it just kind of sucks. They really screw you that way. You're going to end up going down there and paying like $8 for a bottle of Diet Coke, and it just makes me mad. Speaking of water, the next one, number 6, the water coming out of the faucets in casino hotels in Las Vegas is got to be some of the most foul water in the United States that is coming out of a tap. It smells like the kids' pool at the municipal pool, like chlorine and a bunch of stuff that the chlorine is supposed to get rid of, but it's not quite gone yet. It's like that. You absolutely do not want to drink it. So that's why you're going to Walgreens or to the little Minute Mart in the hotel and buying all this water, because the stuff that's coming out of the faucets in the hotel is absolutely disgusting. And for those of you who are thinking, but there's that hack. You fill up your ice bucket and you let the ice melt and then you drink that water because the ice is filtered water before it becomes ice. No, it's still nasty. You can't do that in Las Vegas. You have to buy water. It's obscenely expensive, as is everything else. And most of the time it's not cold. Or you just go and you buy it, like I said before. It's an absolute racket. Number 7, the other thing I hate about Vegas hotel water is the shower. Maybe I just have bad luck. I don't know. But every shower in every hotel room in various different hotels that I've experienced in Las Vegas has been a huge disappointment. And here's the thing, like that shower is your zone, right? It is your respite. It is your recharge. It needs to be like the nicest thing that you experience while you're working down there. If you're just playing, who cares, right? But if you're working, man, you need that shower for so many reasons. And I don't know, like I said, maybe it's my luck, but I have experienced the dumbest, lamest, stupidest showers ever in Las Vegas. Examples, I think it was at the Cosmo. The showers are all glass, so you're just basically naked in front of your entire room. Draw the shades and everything, but it's just, I don't know, for me, it's a little bit weird. I'm used to having some privacy. I like a shower curtain or maybe some frosted glass or something like that. But, in those, it's just wide open. So if anybody else is in your room, you're just kind of showering in front of everybody. That's weird. Another hotel I was in, like the water pressure is just lame and it just kind of barely trickles out. And it just feels like, I don't know. It feels terrible. You feel demoralized from it. This shower at the hotel that I was at most recently, it was one of those where it's like half a glass pane, right? There was no door. It was just an opening and there was nothing to cover the opening with. And so if invariably, like most of your shower water just ends up on the bathroom floor. So then you end up putting all your towels down there and it soaks up all the water, but you're basically just walking in a marsh while you're trying to get dressed and ready. And then Lord knows what it is that the housekeeper thinks when they come in. Like maybe they're used to it because it's such a bad design. But I mean, the shower, like I said, it really needs to be awesome and it just never is. The showers are terrible. The one thing that needs to be awesome in the hotel room consistently is not. And I just hate that. And I know I'm walking into it every time I go down there. Number 8, the only thing worse in a Vegas hotel room than the shower for me is the toilet paper, which makes absolutely no sense. Look, let's be honest. While you're down in Las Vegas, you're not exactly existing on a great diet. You know what I'm saying? Things are already kind of bad. Add booze to that mixture, and you're definitely like, I imagine most people in Las Vegas are just wrecking their toilets in their private time. I know it's a little bit gross, but like, look, the fact of the matter is I'm surprised that like a poo fountain has not spurted out next to the Bellagio or something by this point. I can't believe we haven't heard about that yet. And come to think of it, I imagine since Las Vegas is rather under-resourced in water, they probably recycle as much as they can, which makes me wonder even more about what's coming out of the faucet and why I won't drink it. But yeah, I just feel like the toilet paper, it has a tougher job ahead of it than in most places. And yet it is so subpar. It's so substandard. It is the worst. Like, of all the things to cheap out on, why are you cheaping out on the toilet paper? So I'll go buy my own. I almost did. But yeah, I feel like just the little things, just make them a little bit nicer. The toilet paper is always terrible, and almost anywhere you go, whether it's your hotel room, the restrooms in the casino area, or definitely the Las Vegas Convention Center. Don't go in there. That's just a bad move all the way around. Anyway, yeah, terrible toilet paper. Not necessarily something you would think of, but it really has a negative impact on your day. It's just a bad scene. Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to end this video. Guys, I don't know if you found this remotely entertaining, but if you did, do me a favor, smash it with a like. Maybe I could do more stuff like this. Oh, one last thing I do have to mention. I did not forget about the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I just got really busy with Vegas. So you know what? How about this? I will select 5 people at random from the comment section of this video, and then I'll connect with Chana and get that spatial audio disc prize mailed out to you. I'm going to go ahead and say we'll go ahead and do international shipping. I don't want to have to restrict this to just people in the US. So I'll go ahead and foot the bill on the postage to get it out to you wherever you live in the world. Hopefully that doesn't end up being like $300. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, leave a comment on this video. And, you know, while you're at it, let me know where you live. Like, not like your address, but like where in the world you live. Your city, your state, province, region, country, whatever you want to let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious where you guys are and what time you're watching these videos. Anyway, I think that's enough. What a ridiculous video, right? Ridiculous. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I hope you are too. If you are, smash that like button. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, peace.